Usually when we sit down to analyze a company's business model or decode their user interface, there's this expectation of strict professional detachment.
Right.
It's this idea that we're supposed to be like scientists in a lab coat,
Yeah, absolutely.
You look at the data, you point out the behavioral trends, and you say, look at these fascinating conversion metrics. It's clean. It's sterile.
It's supposed to be an entirely objective clinical process. You observe the subject from a distance without letting it affect your own baseline state.
Completely objective.
Right.
But then you step into the world of modern digital food delivery.
Oh, boy.
And specifically the digital ecosystem built by a company called Goosters.
Right.
And suddenly, we aren't scientists looking through a microscope anymore. We are the mice inside a beautifully designed, neon-lit digital maze.
We really are.
And the maze is actively conditioning our behavior right this very second. Like, we're looking at a corporate landscape that isn't just offering us a product. It is meticulously manipulating our brain chemistry.
It is the absolute definition of a sensory and psychological hijacking. And I think we need to make a full confession to you before we go any further into the mechanics of how they pull this off.
We do. We absolutely do. So, full disclosure to you, our listener, we are currently starving.
Starving.
Both of us. We skipped lunch to prep the research for this deep dive. And instead of ignoring that hunger or pretending we are these stoic, objective analysts immune to marketing.
Which we aren't.
Not even a little bit. We actually have a live Goosters digital menu and ordering interface open right now on the main studio monitor.
We do.
We are actively looking through their interface to order a massive amount of food while we record this.
Which, frankly, is the perfect methodological approach for today's deep dive. I mean, we have a fascinating stack of source materials in front of us to guide this journey.
Yeah, we've got quite a bit to go through.
We've got the Goosters digital menu and ordering interface specifications. We have the highly detailed developer documentation for their real-time delivery tracker, the press release for their completely unhinged collaboration with Wienerschnitzel, and, perhaps most importantly, the foundational philosophical document they literally call the Goosters Manifesto.
A manifesto, a legitimate multi-page corporate manifesto for a place that sells chili dogs.
Exactly. And our mission today is to deconstruct how Goosters engineered what might be the ultimate digital and culinary empire.
Right.
We are going to figure out exactly how their user interface, their menu design, and their gamified delivery tracking all work together seamlessly to, well, hijack human psychology.
Yeah.
We're going to look at the why and the how behind the code. And ideally, our secondary mission is to successfully navigate this maze and order a borderline ridiculous lunch.
Priorities.
Exactly.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because right at the top of their digital menu, in this massive, bright banner, is their core identity, they call themselves. Goosters, the best fast food convenience store ever.
It's quite a claim.
It is. And right under that, the tagline, Goosters isn't just a store, it's an experience.
Yeah.
They are telling you right out of the gate that you aren't just buying calories, you are buying an emotional state.
And if we look at their manifesto, they clearly define what that emotional state is meant to be. They use a very specific, highly calculated phrase to describe their core offering.
Oh, I love this phrase.
Chaotic comfort food.
It's brilliant.
That is a brilliant piece of branding. What's fascinating here is that they are intentionally breaking traditional culinary rules to solve a modern problem.
Right.
They are taking the quick fix impulse buy nature of a convenience store where you might grab a bag of chips and a sugary slushie and blending it seamlessly with the heavy, satisfying indulgence of a traditional fast food joint.
It's like they looked at the line between snack and meal and just took a giant eraser to it.
Exactly.
So let's actually look at how this philosophy manifests in the food itself. I've got the mouse. I'm scrolling down to their signature meals section right now.
Let's see it.
And immediately you can see this chaotic comfort food philosophy in action. Look at the sheer density of these items.
The structural engineering of the food itself is aggressive. And I mean, I use that word literally. It is nutritionally aggressive.
Aggressive is the perfect word. I'm looking at the loaded chili burger combo.
Bro.
It's a double patty burger. Fine. But then it's smothered in their signature chili.
Sure.
Okay. Getting messy, but still within the realm of normal fast food. Topped with cheese, onions, and this is the kicker, a massive, crispy onion ring physically inside the burger architecture.
It's an entire side dish, weaponized as a condiment.
Right. And then right next to it is the Giga Wrap, Listen to this description.
I'm ready.
A monstrous flour tortilla stuffed with grilled chicken, chili, waffle fries, nacho cheese, and jalapenos. They're putting the waffle fries inside the wrap.
Inside the wrap. Yeah, we can look at this through the lens of biological science and the psychology of cravings.
Okay.
What Goosters is doing here is called macronutrient nesting.
Macronutrient nesting.
Yes. From an evolutionary standpoint, human beings are hardwired to seek out the most calorically dense foods possible.
Right, because of, like, survival instincts.
Exactly. For most of human history, calories were scarce. So our brains developed a reward system that releases massive amounts of dopamine when we consume the holy trinity of cravings.
Which is?
Fat, salt, and simple carbohydrates.
Oh, yeah. The good stuff.
By placing a deep-fried carbohydrate, the waffle fry, inside another simple carbohydrate, the tortilla, and soaking it in fat and salt, the cheese and chili, they are bypassing your logical brain and communicating directly with your Paleolithic survival instincts.
Well, my Paleolithic survival instincts are screaming right now.
I can imagine.
I am officially adding a Giga Wrap to our digital cart. I click the little add button, and boom, it pops over to the right side of the screen.
Nice and easy.
So smooth.
Yeah.
Now, I can't just get a wrap. I'm looking at the sides category.
Of course not.
I'm seeing loaded waffle fries. Wait, if the fries are already in my wrap, maybe I need something else.
You've got to diversify the portfolio.
Exactly. Oh, funky fried pickles. Deep fried pickle slices with a thick ranch dressing. Adding that.
Good choice.
And chili cheese curds. A spicy twist on poutine. Adding that too.
And right there, notice the frictionless environment of the interface.
Yeah.
We'll dive much deeper into the UI later, but notice how it doesn't prompt you with a warning.
Oh, right.
It doesn't ask, are you sure? This is enough caloric energy to fuel a marathon runner for 3 days. It just smoothly accepts the input.
So smooth. And wait, right below the sides, there's a section called breakfast all day.
Oh, no.
It is literally 2 in the afternoon. Right now as we record this, and I am staring at something called sausage biscuit bombs.
Biscuit bombs.
Fluffy, buttery biscuits stuffed with a core of sausage, egg, and liquid cheese. I'm adding those too, because why not?
Naturally.
But honestly, I have to pause and push back on this whole concept.
Okay, let's hear it.
I look at this menu, and it feels like a 10-year-old was given a blank check and let loose in a grocery store.
Yeah, it really does.
You've got sausage biscuit bombs sitting right next to a vegan victory bowl with quinoa. And right next to that is a popcorn explosion spicy snack mix.
Yeah.
You called this a calculated psychological mapping earlier.
I did.
But is this actually good, innovative culinary design? Or are they just throwing absolutely everything at the wall to see what sticks?
It's a fair question.
Like, are they just dumping a deep fryer into a tortilla and hiding behind the buzzword of chaotic comfort?
It's a completely valid pushback, and on the surface, it does look like culinary decline. It looks lazy.
Yeah, it looks totally chaotic.
But if we dive deeper into the sociology of modern consumer habits, Goosters is actually tapping into a massive fundamental shift in how human beings live and work.
Okay, how so?
Think about the concept of the structured meal. The idea of breakfast at 8 in the morning, lunch at noon, dinner at 6 p.m., that's relatively new. It's a relic of the Industrial Revolution, designed to match the rigid 8-hour factory workday.
Oh, interesting. You ate when the whistle blew.
Exactly. You ate when you were allowed to. But today, the 8-hour workday is fracturing.
Yeah, totally.
We have unpredictable schedules, remote work that bleeds into the evening, gig economies where people are driving or delivering at 3 in the morning.
Right. The structure is just gone.
The structure of our days has become chaotic, and therefore our biological clocks and our eating habits have become chaotic.
That makes a lot of sense.
Cravings have become extreme and highly specific because we are constantly regulating our stress and energy levels with food.
Yeah.
By offering a vegan quinoa bowl, spicy cheese popcorn, and a heavy breakfast biscuit all on the exact same screen, Goosters isn't just throwing things at the wall.
They're adapting.
Yes, they are catering to extreme, unpredictable cravings. They are explicitly saying, we don't judge your fractured schedule, your biological clock, or your palate.
So it's essentially the ultimate judgment-free safe space for weird eating habits brought on by modern burnout.
Precisely. This hybrid convenience store model reflects a broader societal demand for instant, hyper-customized gratification. You aren't choosing a restaurant based on a specific cuisine anymore, like saying, I want Italian or I want Mexican.
You just want whatever this is.
You're choosing a digital platform that can accommodate your immediate, chaotic psychological state in that exact second.
Okay, that makes total sense. And it actually makes me feel slightly better about myself.
I'm glad I could help.
I am validating my choice to order a massive Giga Wrap and deep-fried breakfast biscuits at 2 in the afternoon.
Just tell yourself it's sociological research.
It is. But hold on, the interface is doing something interesting.
What's it doing?
We were just talking about chaotic psychological states, and my brain is completely short-circuiting right now because my eye is being forcefully drawn away from the main menu.
Oh, I see it.
There is this massive, bright floral banner flashing at the top of the category list. It says, Spring Fling Signature Meals, Limited Time Burger Forward Edition.
Ah, the seasonal limitation. We are now entering the territory of artificial urgency and the scarcity heuristic.
Well, the heuristic is totally working on me. I'm looking at these items.
What do they have?
They have a Blossom BBQ burger with a sweet BBQ glaze, smoked Gouda, and spring greens. A Sunshine Smash burger with a tangy, bright house-made sunshine sauce.
Sounds pleasant.
And, oh my gosh, the Brunch Beast.
The Brunch Beast.
The burger meets breakfast tower, sausage patty, fried egg, hash brown, bacon, cheddar, and maple mayo all crammed onto a toasted English muffin. It's like the menu is actively daring me.
And take a close look at the visual language they are using in that banner. How is it designed?
It's all pastels. Light mint greens, soft cherry blossom pinks, pale yellows. It looks like a high-end garden party invitation.
Very deliberate.
Oh, wait, I'm scrolling down to their spring beverages. Bloomburst Slushie.
Oh, wow.
Says it's a floral fruit fusion with lavender, blueberry, citrus layers, and I'm not making this up, edible flower glitter.
Edible flower glitter?
I am absolutely adding a Bloomburst Slushie to the cart right now. I need to know what the structural integrity of edible flower glitter looks like on top of a 1,000-calorie slushie.
What's fascinating here is the absolute subversion of seasonal marketing tropes.
Subversion? How so?
Well, think about traditional spring marketing in the food and beverage industry. What does it usually look like? What is the core message?
Oh, it's all about shedding the winter weight.
Yeah.
Salads, light vinaigrettes.
Exactly.
Get ready for swimsuit season, lean proteins, fresh vegetables, detox smoothies.
Right. Light, fresh, healthy imagery designed to make you feel clean and rejuvenated.
Yeah.
Goosters takes that entire concept, flips it completely upside down, and essentially coats it in nacho cheese.
They really do.
They subvert the expectation entirely, creating a powerful cognitive dissonance. If you look closely at the Spring Fling menu, they are offering a jalapeno popper melt,
Oh, I see that.
which is a massive double beef patty smothered in cream cheese, jalapenos, bacon, and actual deep-fried poppers on thick sourdough bread.
That's insane.
Or look at the strawberry slaw, which is their famously heavy mayonnaise-based coleslaw mixed with fresh strawberries.
Okay, that sounds slightly alarming.
The food is still incredibly dense, heavy, lethargy-inducing comfort food, but they've dressed it up in spring colors to trick your brain.
It's brilliant, really. I'm looking at their limited time spring specials dessert section right now.
Brace yourself.
They have a burger basket bouquet. It is literally a shareable tray of 5 miniature burgers, physically shaped like a flower bouquet, served inside a literal wicker picnic basket.
That is something.
And right next to it, the buried treasure chimichanga, a deep-fried flour tortilla burrito filled with molten cream cheese and mixed berries.
Wow.
It's heavy, deep-fried county fair food masquerading as a light, breezy spring picnic.
And they tie it all together with their seasonal slogan. It's burger season, baby, and Goosters is blooming with flavor. You'll wish spring lasted forever.
I want you to really think about this for a second if you're listening. Think about your own susceptibility to these limited-time offers on the delivery apps you use.
We all fall for it.
Why does the phrase, "you'll wish spring lasted forever," suddenly make me feel an urgent, almost biological need to consume a deep-fried dessert chimichanga?
It's a powerful trigger.
It's not even spring outside. I'm looking out the studio window and it's pouring rain. It's miserable out there.
Very miserable.
But the FOMO, the fear of missing out, is so overwhelmingly strong. I feel like if I don't eat this chimichanga right now, I will have somehow failed at experiencing the season.
Like you missed out on life itself.
Exactly. I will have missed the cultural moment.
You've hit on the exact psychological mechanism. It's the biological imperative to gather scarce resources.
Right.
This is the scarcity heuristic in action. Human brains associate scarcity with value. If something is abundant, we ignore it. If something is fleeting, our brain prioritizes it.
Even if it's just a chimichanga.
Especially if it's a chimichanga wrapped in a pastel banner. By framing this highly processed, mass-produced food as a spring fling, they take a product that you might normally ignore and turn it into a fleeting, exclusive event.
That makes total sense.
It creates a closed loop of artificial scarcity.
Yeah.
You aren't just buying a slushie with glitter, you are purchasing participation in a temporary cultural moment.
Like getting tickets to a concert.
Exactly. It's the same psychology that drives people to line up for hours for limited edition sneakers. The item itself is secondary to the feeling of having secured something temporary.
Well, I am heavily participating in the temporary moment. My cart is getting completely absurd.
What is the damage so far?
I've got the Giga Wrap, funky fried pickles, cheese curds, biscuit bombs, and a glitter slushie.
That is quite the haul.
I think my cart is chaotic enough. I really should stop here.
Yeah.
But oh no.
Let me guess. You kept scrolling and found the collaboration section?
I'm scrolling down past the Spring Fling, moving from seasonal chaos to structural chaos. And I've just found something that redefines the very word.
Here we go.
This is the official Goosters X Wienerschnitzel collaboration announcement. The banner takes up half the screen.
It's very subtle.
Very. It says, the Ultra Mega Super Chili Dog Menu. And they state their guiding philosophy right here in bold text. If it exists at Goosters, someone probably tried putting it on a chili dog.
It is the culinary equivalent of a dare.
It really is. I am reading through these options, and they are completely unhinged.
Let's hear them.
There is the Cluck Dog. It is a standard Wienerschnitzel hot dog topped with crispy fried chicken strips, spicy mayo, and heavy chili.
Okay.
The menu, literally self-awareness, checks itself in the description by saying, yes, is a chicken sandwich on a hot dog.
They are heavily leaning into the absurdity. They want you to know that they know it's ridiculous.
Then there's the breakfast bomb dog, scrambled eggs, sausage crumbles, hash browns, maple syrup drizzle, and chili, all layered on a hot dog.
Of course.
And wait, this one takes a cape. The Trailblazer dog. A chili dog topped with candied pecans, mango bits, popcorn crunch, and spicy seasoning.
Wow.
The official Goosters copy on the website just says, yes, popcorn on a hot dog. Goosters said, trust the process.
This brings us to a really critical concept in modern food engineering and digital marketing, the rise of stunt food.
Stunt food, like a public relations stunt, but edible.
Precisely. If we analyze the Wienerschnitzel collaboration from a strategic, economic perspective, we have to realize that this isn't primarily about creating a balanced, refined flavor profile.
I would hope not.
The chefs in the test kitchen weren't aiming for culinary excellence. This is highly engineered marketing meant to generate shock, awe, and most importantly, organic social media sharing.
Right.
Think about the mechanics of the attention economy. When you see a hot dog covered in popcorn, candied pecans, and chili, your first instinct isn't necessarily, wow, the chemical engineering of that flavor stacking looks delicious.
Definitely not.
Your first instinct is, I need to take a screenshot of this and send it to my group chat immediately.
Look at this absolute monstrosity.
Exactly. The food becomes a catalyst for digital interaction. The brand doesn't even have to pay for advertising anymore.
Because we're doing it for them.
Yes. The sheer audacity of the product forces the consumer to market it for them. It's shock value synthesized into calories. It's social currency.
Okay, speaking of shock value, I have found the final boss of this menu.
Oh, the final boss.
Under the Ultra Mega Challenge item section.
Yeah.
It's called the Goosters Apocalypse Dog.
That sounds ominous.
Listen to this ingredient list. It's a chili dog topped with chili, waffle fries, fried pickles, jalapenos, nacho cheese, onion rings, bacon, heavy slaw, deep-fried poppers, and Indo-Sid cornbread crumbs.
That is just...
wow.
It is literally every single side dish on their massive menu piled onto a single hot dog bun.
The structural integrity of that bun must be crying out for mercy. It defies physics.
But wait, here's the genius part. It's not just an item, it's an interactive challenge.
A challenge.
The site says if you finish the Apocalypse Dog in under 10 minutes at a physical location, Goosters employees will reportedly, number 1, ring a loud bell.
Okay.
Number 2, take your Polaroid picture for the wall.
And number 3, question your life choices in front of the entire restaurant.
They are gamifying the consumption of an impossible amount of food. They are turning gluttony into an extreme sport.
Well, I have to do it.
Yeah.
I am adding the Apocalypse Dog to the cart.
You're brave.
I know we aren't at the physical store to get the bell rung or the Polaroid taken, but I need to see this architectural marvel in person.
It's for science.
Exactly. But, adding this massive thing to my cart really brings up a bizarre philosophical question.
Okay, what is it?
We talked about how this is social currency. When brand collaborations go this far, when we are actively ordering a hot dog covered in caramel popcorn or a hot dog buried under 10 different deep-fried side dishes,
Yeah.
are we actually eating food anymore, or are we literally just consuming a meme?
That is a profound question, and I would argue that in the digital age, the distinction between food and meme has entirely collapsed.
Really?
Yes, you are quite literally consuming a physical meme. The value of the apocalypse dog isn't the nutritional content.
Clearly not.
It isn't even the flavor. With that many competing tastes, your palate just registers it as generic salty fat.
Right.
The actual value is the narrative. You are buying a story to tell your friends. You are buying the experience of attempting the challenge on camera.
It's content.
Exactly. Goosters understands that in an attention-based economy, the most outrageous item wins the battle for the screen. They are selling you a prop for your own social media performance.
It's performance art that gives you massive heartburn.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay, so I am looking at the right side of my screen now, my fixed order cart, and it is massive.
I bet.
I mean, the scroll bar on the cart itself is getting tiny because of how many items are in it. I've got a giant wrap, multiple heavy fried sides, a breakfast item, a glitter slushie, and an apocalyptic hot dog.
And yet, notice how the interface doesn't make you feel guilty about it?
No,
Notice how comfortable you feel sitting there with a cart that large.
I don't feel guilty at all. In fact, it's almost encouraging me. I'm looking at the architecture of this user interface right now.
Let's break that down.
The developer docs we have describe this site as a giant interactive fast food menu board. And it really feels like it.
Yeah.
I can scroll up and down to change overarching categories, but I can also continuously scroll left and right across the individual menu cards. It's incredibly fluid. There are no hard stops.
This raises an important question about the history and application of UI design.
Okay.
If we look at the evolution of user experience, or UX, the ultimate goal of the last decade has been the total eradication of friction.
Friction, meaning like anything that slows you down.
Yes, every single pixel on that screen you are looking at is engineered to remove cognitive load and physical hesitation. The add button is prominent, is immediate, it doesn't require a page refresh.
Right, it just drops right into the cart.
But more importantly, the constant visibility of the cart on the right side of the screen serves a very specific, almost insidious psychological purpose.
Such as what?
To normalize over-ordering through anchoring bias. Let's imagine the analog equivalent. If you walk into a physical fast food restaurant, walk up to the counter, and order 6 different heavy combo items, a glitter slushie, and a hot dog covered in popcorn.
Right.
You have to look another human being directly in the eye and say it out loud. You have to watch them react.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
There is a profound social friction there. A slight embarrassment, maybe a need to explain yourself.
Right, you feel the need to pull out your phone and pretend you're reading off a list from your friends. Yes, the 10 tacos and the apocalypse dog are definitely for my roommates. Thank you.
Exactly. We naturally self-regulate to avoid social judgment, but in the digital environment, there is zero judgment.
Nobody's watching me.
The interface is a silent, infinitely enabling companion. Furthermore, by keeping the cart constantly visible but smoothly updating the total without flashing jarring numbers, they create an anchor.
An anchor, like a mental baseline.
Yes. When you first added the Giga Wrap, it felt like a lot. But as you kept adding items, your brain got used to seeing a large, sprawling list. The massive cart becomes your new normal.
That is so true.
It doesn't feel like a mistake. It feels like an accomplishment. You are building something.
I am building a monument to my own hunger.
Exactly. If we contrast the food itself with the digital environment, the contrast is stark.
Yeah.
The food is explicitly marketed as unhinged, chaotic, and messy.
Right.
But the digital interface, it is a perfectly tuned, clinical, frictionless machine. It is utilizing dark patterns designed to maximize your cart size without ever overwhelming your cognitive load.
It's like a casino.
A casino.
Yeah. I'm looking at the layout right now, and the casino analogy is perfect. A modern casino is engineered to keep you playing.
Oh, absolutely.
It has bright, flashing lights, constant auditory stimulation, and famously, no clocks on the walls or windows to tell you how long you've been there or what time of day it is. You lose temporal awareness.
You do.
This digital menu operates the exact same way. It destroyed the concept of mealtime, so you don't know if you should be eating breakfast or dinner.
Yep.
And then there's the money aspect. In a casino, you don't play with cash. You play with plastic chips, because chips don't feel like real money. They're frictionless.
That's a great connection.
Here, I'm just clicking a smooth digital button. I don't feel the money leaving my wallet. And because I'm already spending, what, 30 or 40 bucks?
Probably more by now.
Probably. I'm looking right now at the $1 menu, which is positioned directly below my cart.
Uh-oh.
And I'm thinking, well, it's only a single dollar. I'm actively clicking add on a valued taco. I don't even want a taco.
You added it. I just added pretzel pizza bites. Why? Because the button was glowing, it was frictionless, and it was only $1.
You've fallen perfectly into their cross-selling trap.
I really have.
The economics of cross-selling rely on lowering your financial defenses. The dollar menu acts as a microtransaction inside the larger purchase.
Right.
Because your anchor price is already $40, an extra dollar seems statistically insignificant to your brain. It feels like rounding up.
Yeah, it feels like nothing. But for Goosters, those frictionless, impulse-driven microtransactions represent pure, massive profit margins across millions of users.
I am being played like a fiddle, and honestly, I am enjoying the tune.
We all are.
Okay, I think we have truly reached critical mass. If I add one more item, I think my digestive system is going to unionize and go on an immediate strike.
Probably a safe bet.
I am finally moving my mouse down to the big, glowing checkout button at the bottom of the cart.
Let's analyze exactly what happens when you initiate that final step in the behavioral loop.
Okay, clicking checkout now.
What's it doing?
All right, the screen is transitioning. It's doing a little calculation animation. It's calculating the delivery time.
All right, let's look at the docs for this part.
The developer docs we read outline their delivery calculation logic. It's strictly based on order volume. Small orders, like just fries and a drink, get a rapid 10 to 15-minute estimate to reinforce the convenience aspect.
Fast and easy.
Medium orders, like a combo and a side, take about 30 minutes.
And your specific order, how did the algorithm classify it?
The system has classified my order as a huge feast.
A huge feast.
Which, fair enough. I ordered a Giga Wrap, funky fried pickles, cheese curds, biscuit bombs, a value taco, pretzel pizza bites, a glitter slushie, and the legendary apocalypse dog.
The algorithm is not wrong.
The screen just locked in a message. Your Goosters order is confirmed. Delivery arriving in about 1 hour.
Now stop and think about that. An hour is a very long time to wait for fast food.
It really is.
In the instant gratification digital economy, a 60-minute wait would typically trigger massive buyer's remorse, frustration, or prompt the user to cancel the order entirely.
But it's not triggering that. I don't feel frustrated at all.
Why not?
Because the screen just shifted again. The interactive delivery tracker interface is booting up. And this is, I have to admit, this is absolutely adorable.
Describe exactly what you were seeing for us, paying attention to the specific design elements.
Okay, so the top half of the screen has turned into this beautiful little 2D digital diorama.
Okay.
It's a retro pixel art style city scene, almost like a classic 16-bit video game. There are little buildings in the background, a road with dashed lines down the middle stretching across the screen, a little house on the far right which clearly represents my location, and a dark night sky with gently twinkling stars.
Very atmospheric.
Below that diorama is a massive countdown timer, showing minutes and seconds ticking down from 59:59. And beneath that is a 5-stage progress bar. Order received, cooking, out for delivery. Almost there, delivered.
And look closely at the road. Who is on the road?
There's this little animated guy. He's a tiny pixel art character carrying a brown paper bag with the Goosters logo on it.
Right.
His little pixel legs are actually moving, walking slowly along the road from left to right as the timer ticks down.
Now, according to the deep dive we did into their developer documentation, there is a very specific, highly calculated trigger built into the code governing that little animated man.
Oh, really?
When the progress bar hits the almost there stage, which is usually when the GPS detects the driver is within a few blocks, his animation state dramatically changes.
What does he do?
He stops walking, leans forward, and he begins to run.
Oh my gosh, he physically hustles for the food. He's sprinting for me.
Exactly. Why do you think they dedicated expensive developer hours to program that specific behavioral change in a pixelated avatar?
So what does this all mean? Why do we need a 16-bit digital diorama and a little pixel man sweating to deliver my hot dog? to tell us our food is coming?
It's a good question.
It's just a GPS tracker wrapped in a cartoon, essentially.
Yeah.
If you order from Uber Eats or DoorDash, it just shows you a generic car icon slowly creeping down a sterile map.
Because a car icon on a sterile map is clinical, it reminds you of traffic, it reminds you of waiting.
Right.
A little man running with your food is emotional. What Goosters is doing here is a masterclass in the gamification of patience.
Gamification of patience.
By anthropomorphizing the delivery process, giving it a human-like avatar that visually exerts physical effort on your behalf, they create an immediate sense of empathy in the user.
Wow. Yeah.
You aren't just staring at a clock waiting for an algorithm to route a vehicle through city streets. You are rooting for this little guy. You want him to make it to your house.
It's true. I am already emotionally invested in his journey. I want him to succeed. I feel bad he has to carry the apocalypse dog.
And if we look at the history of digital interfaces, this is a massive evolution of the loading bar.
Like on old computers.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the early days of computing, loading bars were just solid blocks of color. They were boring and agonizing. Then designers realized that if you add animation like a spinning wheel or a pulsing wave, it changes our perception of time.
Oh, because you're distracted.
Exactly. The wait feels shorter because our eyes are entertained. Goosters has taken that concept and married it to behavioral neuroscience. By visualizing the wait so playfully and explicitly promising specific sensory rewards at the exact moment of completion.
Right. The developer docs detailed what happens when he arrives. There are auditory and visual cues.
Yes. The system uses a web audio API to generate a highly specific triple tone ding.
A triple tone ding.
And this isn't just any sound. A triple tone ding usually utilizes resolving major chords. It's the exact same acoustic psychology used in casino slot machines when you win a payout, or the pleasant chime on an airplane when the seatbelt sign turns off.
It tells your brain everything is okay.
It signals relief and reward. And simultaneously, the UI triggers a massive visual confetti explosion across your entire screen the exact second the status hits delivered.
It is so extra.
They have taken the agonizing, boring, frustrating 1-hour wait for a massive amount of food and turned it into a captivating digital event.
It's like watching a loading screen that you actually care deeply about.
Because it is actively manipulating your brain chemistry. It triggers dopamine releases before the food even arrives.
Before.
In neuroscience, this is known as a dopamine prediction error.
Dopamine prediction error. Okay.
The anticipation of the reward becomes a reward in itself. Every time you glance over at that screen, every time you see the little man a bit closer to the pixelated house, your brain gets a microdose of dopamine.
So the wait is actually part of the fun.
The interface is keeping you highly engaged, entertained, and happy while you wait, completely masking the reality that you are sitting in a chair waiting 60 minutes for a hot dog covered in candied popcorn.
It's masterful manipulation. I'm sitting here right now staring at this little animated man walking past a pixelated skyscraper, and I am genuinely thrilled.
You're hooked.
I'm so excited for this triple tone ding and the digital confetti.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm winning a game.
Which brings us full circle to the very nature of this company and the digital landscape we all inhabit.
It really does. Let's recap this incredible, slightly terrifying journey we've just been on.
Let's do it.
We started by exploring the chaotic culinary philosophy of the Goosters Manifesto, looking at how they actively destroy the boundaries between snacks, meals, and temporal eating habits to capitalize on our modern burnout.
Right. We analyzed the biological weaponization of macronutrients.
We fell victim to the FOMO of the Spring Fling banner, ordering edible flour glitter just because it's a brilliant, limited-time subversion of spring marketing tropes.
We embraced the unhinged reality of the Wienerschnitzel collaboration, accepting the fact that a hot dog is no longer a food item designed for sustenance.
Not at all.
It is a highly engineered physical canvas for internet memes and social currency.
And finally, we interacted with a beautifully manipulative, frictionless user interface that used anchoring bias and dark patterns to normalize our absolute gluttony, built a massive cart, and is now gamifying our patience with a little walking pixel man who is exactly 52 minutes and 14 seconds away from my studio door.
It is a profound masterclass in modern consumer psychology, behavioral economics, and digital design.
It really is. And I want to turn this over to you, listening to us right now. Think about your own habits.
Yeah, pay attention to it.
The next time you open up a delivery app, whether it's Goosters or anyone else, I want you to pay close attention to the maze you are standing in.
Look at the walls.
Look at the layout. Notice how frictionless and easy it is to click Add. Watch out for the bright, pastel seasonal banners telling you time is running out. Pay attention to the little animations that make waiting feel like a video game.
All of it.
And ask yourself, are you truly in control of your cravings? Or is the interface driving them? Is the code on the screen telling your stomach what it wants?
And that leads to one final, perhaps slightly unsettling thought to leave you with as we wrap up.
What's that?
We've spent this entire time marveling at how effectively Goosters uses behavioral conditioning, gamification, and UI manipulation to sell us hot dogs and slushies.
Right.
But UX design doesn't exist in a vacuum. These same principles, the frictionless buttons, the dopamine loops, the anthropomorphized loading screens, the variable rewards, are rapidly becoming the standard across the entire digital world.
Wow. Okay, where does that lead?
Well, think about it. If this behavioral conditioning is so incredibly effective for a chaotic fast food order, what happens when this exact same UI framework bleeds into the critical infrastructure of our lives?
Oh, man.
What happens when your banking app starts gamifying your mortgage application with confetti explosions?
Yikes.
What happens when your healthcare portal uses resolving chords and variable reward loops to deliver your blood test results?
That's a terrifying thought.
As we sit here eagerly waiting for our digital triple-tone ding, we have to ask ourselves, are we just being trained to order food, or is the modern interface preparing us to be gamified in absolutely every aspect of our human existence?
We started this deep dive talking about looking at a diagnosis with a microscope, expecting clear, binary answers.
But we aren't outside the glass.
No. In this digital landscape, we aren't the scientists anymore. We're the mice. And the only thing that's clear is that the machine knows exactly how to feed us long before we even realize we're hungry. We'll be right here in the maze, waiting for the confetti. Keep diving.